Welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and this is Transport Fever, which as you can see is remarkably inactive at the moment. We're just sat here at a station, game paused, well, just looking at this train. It's one of those lovely GWR modded locomotives. It's a 2800, I believe. There it is, yep. And you know the details are all, well, the details for this one aren't in the description of this video because it's already been noted, but if you want to check it out, just go to my Steam collection, which is certainly listed in the description below. Anyway, why am I stuck here? A couple of reasons. First off, we've moved on nearly 2 years since you were last with me. Basically just trying to get that funky new food train, which is this thing here, which soars over the town of Exeter, delivering food from the food manufacturing plant to the hub here and then on to Falmouth. That's kind of bedding in, so that's working okay, but I need to improve that. And one thing I've done is I initially increased the consist of the farm produce trains to 10 wagons, so they carry 80 livestock up to the food factory at a time, which was nice because they earned about 1.2 million per delivery, which was a nice turnover. 3 trains on that line. That was keeping me nicely solvent, basically, but we're not getting the sort of amount of food we need to service the number of towns being delivered to. So I mean, these trains go back to Newbury. We've got the trucks here delivering into Exeter. We've got a train service delivering food off to Churchill, and we've got this new one which ends up in Falmouth. And eventually we'll want it to go out to other towns like Weymouth, Whitchurch rather, and other places there north of the river. So we need to pump up the volume, as it were, for this this particular line. So what I've done, I did consider just adding more, another locomotive to that line. But I mean, 3 works quite nicely. The 3 stations, they sort of, it works. It's a nice balance. So what I've actually done is I've added the a new loco as a replacement on that line. There we are, you see, and it is the GWR 2800, which is replacing the KK STB 108, which is again another modded model. Which it should be in the collection, of course, which is a bit faster but not as powerful as the 2800. So it's 62 miles an hour compared to 60 for the GWR loco, and I've increased the consist from 10 wagons to 12. And the interesting thing here, I don't really pay much attention to this, to be honest, but it could be important, and I'm sure people who are doing this, you know, in a sense of some sense of accuracy of their train network, is the power to weight ratio. Now on the old trains, like you can see here, the old KK STB 108 with 10 wagons had a mediocre power rating. Now I'm not quite sure what that means here in terms of how much it can carry without losing speed on the line. That was rated as mediocre. However, the slightly more powerful, if a little bit slower, GWR loco has a good power rating. As you can see, it's a little bit more powerful. The traction, I think, is the other rating on the train, is better as well. So that's all. It means it can pull more wagons up steeper hills, basically, I suppose. Although it is 2 miles an hour slower. It's also actually a lighter train as well. It doesn't weigh as much. Interesting. But yeah, so I can put 12 wagons on that and get a good power rating, and that pulled in when it arrived here 1.4 million, which is nice. So what I might actually do is actually increase this consist more. But as you can see, that means I'm running out of station length. So this is a 240, no, it's not, is it? It is the 160 metre platform length. So I probably need to go up to 240 to make that accept longer trains, which I probably will do. Certainly in the hub down on the other side of the river. The question is, when do I do that? Now, you know, traditionally I've been quite conservative in my spending plans, but I think now is the time to start spending money again to bring this in, because I am getting good revenue from some of these cargo trains now. And part of that, which is what was going to be the main thrust of today's episode, is the oil route. Now at the moment we've got oil coming in. Sorry, let's get it all the way over here. Where is it? It is where is it? There it is. Missed it. Coming in here from this oil well to the refinery here, and then going off a long journey over to Whitchurch and a slightly shorter journey up here to Felixstowe. That's been okay, but it appears to be tailing off. We're not getting so much oil here. I think we are fulfilling the requirements of Whitchurch rather. So there's not so much demand now for more oil. And I need to keep this going, really. I need to keep this pumping out oil and start making money out of that. So my plan for today, if I can get it done in time, is to add oil into my freight hub, which means I can then deliver oil to the likes of Falmouth, as well as Whitchurch and Felixstowe, up there in the hills. And I think really, yeah, I should have been a bit more aggressive in this hub here. That again is only a 160 metre. I think it could do with being a 240, but that means, yeah, dealing with some issues of this line. So we're going to have to redo at least a bit of this bridge and some of these junctions here. Not quite sure what. Oh, it's the, yeah, it is that switch there is the problem. That could be terrain alignment. I don't know. We shall see. So I think the first thing I'll do, we are, where are we? The bank. What we'll do, we'll go run over into the new year and get some money in, or reduce our loan as much as we can so we don't pay as much interest on the year turnover. I did take out some extra money to put the new loco on the farm produce line, and I will upgrade the others as money arrives, but I'm going to leave that for the moment because I want to concentrate on dealing with this oil delivery route and expanding the hub. So this is a very dull view, really, isn't it? Should we go somewhere more exciting for a moment? What's going on up here? Yes, actually that's our tiny little north side food delivery, which is going out to the freight hub. It's not even filling that up. I mean, the Churchill line is much more fills up much more quickly. Excellent. Oh, we've got new trains to choose from. Oh no! And I think those are passenger wagons. I think, yeah, first and third class or something. I think, yeah, they're passenger wagons. They won't impact on me too much. Okay, so I've extended my loan to 8 million. Now, I have played through various ways of doing this expansion, and I'm reasonably profitable. So I should be able to take out a fairly big loan, and it pays off reasonably quickly. So I'm okay with taking money. So that's what we'll do. Okay, we'll take that. Now, how much do I need to spend to get this station extended? Right, we're going to need to delete that at least. How much of that do I have to delete? I'll take that out for now. We'll take all this out. And upgrade to 240. Oh, it can do it. Splendid. Shall I add some more tracks to this? 231. Yeah, why not? You never know, they might come in useful. Let's do that. Okay. So let's join these back up. Ooh. Actually, is that that's gonna carry on. That's okay. We're not electric yet still. That works. I can join you up. Oh, this is good. I didn't need too much. Don't be ridiculous, man. Isn't that not annoying? I mean, what I thought would be the awkward one was the one with the switch in, but it's not. It's this one. Okay. There you go. And you will go there. Splendid. That's good. Oh, we need to join the bridge back up, don't we? And you were going into the second line there for no particularly good reason, apart from the fact it has to go somewhere. Okay. Again, we're losing a lot of speed there, but that's coming into a major hub, so I'm not too worried about that. We may address that later if we feel the need. Okay, so what are we going to need to do to get our oil working? Now, what I'm planning on doing is taking the existing oil route we've got here from the oil refinery out to Whitchurch and having it actually continue along into the hub. So the train carrying the fuel to Whitchurch will actually deliver to Whitchurch first, and then any left over into the hub, which then we'll take by truck into Falmouth. Okay, so let me just, I want to get rid of that because we're going to double track this. Do we actually need to double track it at the moment? We might actually, because if this picks up, we're going to be taking oil into here and off into Falmouth, so we may need more than one train just to get the frequency of delivery up. Does that mean changing anything here? I think we will we'll make this station bigger as well. So we will make you 3 platforms or 4. We'll leave it as 3 for the moment. Actually, do we? No, we don't need to do that, do we? No, because this is a cargo station, and it's yeah. We'll leave that as 2. Can we make it longer though? I'll deal with that later. That was me saying I'm not going to be cautious today, and I clearly am. Sometimes I just can't stop it. I have to. Right, we're going to redefine this junction here. Right, can we do that still? So this is going to be high. It's going to carry on using high speed lines, I think, now for the foreseeable. That doesn't want to do that. We have to change that switch. There we go. Where's my track? There we go. Okay, so we're going to want to go to there. Okay. And can we go to there? Oh, that works quite nicely. Okay, so remember we travel on the left on my map. So if we're travelling up there, we go across to there, that's fine. And if we're coming up, do I want to double switch these? Or double slip them rather? No, I'm not deleting things. You don't need to actually, because this line is purely passengers, so that's going to carry straight on. That's, yeah, I think we'll leave that, but we will want to put some signals in, and I think it's time to start replacing the mechanical signals with electrics. So that's what we will do. Well, where we're putting new signals, we'll replace them if we need to. That's okay there. And we could probably do with one going that way, just to say you've cleared that. Okay, and our track is, should we follow the road along actually? Will that be cheaper? It might be. Eventually. Okay. We're not really snapping to the road at all. We'll try and keep it fast. So we're going to, actually if we look at the contours on this, yeah, we're going to want to skate around the bottom of this hill. So we're going to follow pretty much the passenger line, or close to it, around there, I think, but I think we'll take that there, that's fine, nice. Oh, it's not even, oh dear me. How did I not spot that? It's not even joined up. that's horribly slow. I don't know. Okay, it's not terribly fast, but it's getting into a station, and you're supposed to slow down in the station. So well, I'm going to use that as my excuse, not my rationale. It's not an excuse at all. There we go. Let's go through there. I'm going to delete that other part of the road as well, I think. I'm going to double track this. Make sure it's out of the way. And it looks like I've deleted a connection between towns. Okay, we're keeping quite fast here. That's cool. Oh, oh, and then we slow right down. This is requires a little bit more care and attention, I think, to speeds. That's better. It's not as fast as maximum, but it's faster than it was before I started doing things properly. Okay, we're going to curve out of here because we need to go up there, so we don't want to don't want to have too tight a curve in at the end. There we go. I'm quite impressed. This isn't actually costing me vast amounts of money. I mean, in the old days, yeah, 50 odd K was a lot of money, but I'm getting used to spending now. This is the modern age. This is high-speed track. You have to pay for this degree, this amount of high speed. That's not too bad actually. It slows down at a nice easy rate, I think. Except that's no. It needs to go to that one. That's right, isn't it? Because yeah, we're doing the upper, so that's fine. That would be a silly mistake to make, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's see if we can get out of here. I'll have the game carry on running while we're doing this, so it earns me money and hopefully enough to pay for some of this development. So I don't have to keep taking money out of the bank by way of loan. There we go. This is going very nicely. I think I've got it all connected up, which is good. Yeah, one of the I am for the moment ignoring my passenger lines. I think, as we've said before, this Falmouth Whitchurch line could do with a bigger, faster, perhaps even more trains going on there, and equally the other routes. Actually, while I'm here, just a slight distraction. Oh, look at that! 2.23 million in the bank. Yeah, lines. If you remember in the last episode, I was concerned about my 4-station route, the Newbury, Coventry, Churchill, Plymouth route, not making money. It's not earning vast amounts of money at the moment. It's only 290k, but as you can see, every train is full, which means I suppose I could put more trains on there. A number of them are quite old now. They don't have. I'll want to replace that with a bigger and faster train, I think. But it's not losing money, which is cool, which is the main thing, really. In fact, the only one losing money at the moment of any significance is the food distribution train, which goes from Exeter to the freight hub. But hopefully, once I get this plugged in to deliver food as well to Whitchurch, as well as oil, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have 2 services on this line, aren't I? I'm sure it'll cope. Better cope. Anyway, yes, back to this. So we, yeah, we're doing that. That's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about upgrading the track here to high speed because we don't have any trains that go that fast just yet. Right, and there's only one train on this line at the moment, and that's travelling on a single piece of track. So we will want to double track the rest of this, but see if we put a new track in. The new track will be high speed, so we will eventually have much faster trains on here. Okay, let's keep this going. all the way back to the oil refinery. Oh, it's a long way. I'll pause the game for the moment. Otherwise the train will try and come back and find... Actually, it probably will work on the one track, hopefully. But just in case, losing the that little switch at the start, in case that upsets it. Okay. Again, we've got two routes. That's the Felixstowe train, isn't it? Yeah. So, what are you doing? Click that and bring up. Yeah, that's the Felixstowe fuel route, which is that one going up there. So, yeah, we'll just stick this here. And when should we bring it in? Bring it in about here. Oh. I've got a switch there. I don't need a... No, we're going to keep those two lines separate, so we'll take that crossover out wherever it is. There we go. Don't need that because there is only one train on the Felixstowe route at the moment. And I think even if we put a second one on there, we won't need to double track it into the, fully into the station. That's fine. Okay, let's just check our... Yes, that's our oil route. Oh, it needs a little bit more work on the signalling here. Let's get rid of that signal. Let's put in a new funky electric one. There we go. And we need to do something at the other end, presumably. So it switches over the tracks. Ah, because there probably is no switch at this end, is there? That's right. Okay. Would we need that light in there? I put that in without realising I would want to delete it. Oh! You clumsy great oaf. Right, put that back in. Yeah. Ooh, can I get... Will it do this? That's a reasonable speed. I'm happy with that. And back up again. And, oh! I haven't been able to lay a switch in, a crossover like that, so easily in... Ooh, how many episodes now? Too many. Oh. Okay, look, that stick. Actually, click it so it goes in. Click it in. And okay, if I put the... Splendid. So that is working on two tracks, in and out. So what we need to do now is extend it. I didn't. Where's the train? Should we do it from there? Let's do it from there. Whitchurch fuel. And after going to Whitchurch Annex, it'll fill up at the refinery, I think. We will do that. So after the Whitchurch Annex, it will go on to the hub. Right, and again we'll need a crossover there. We didn't really need one at Whitchurch, but we'll put it in there anyway. We'll probably put one both sides. Yeah, that looks good to me. Let's just check how it's handling at Whitchurch. Why is it doing that? I don't know. Oh, because we don't have the crossover at this end. That's why, obviously. Dope. Can we know this stuff? It's basic transport fever mechanics. Oh, I've got a curve. Right, this could be fun. I don't want lights, I want track. Okay, you do that, that's good. And you do it two. Oh, it works. Right, so we just need the signals in to it knows what it's supposed to be doing. A signal there. A signal this side, and it should take no notice of me. Okay, so what's the issue with that then? The lines are all connected up there, aren't they? That's... What if I I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Put that in there. Aha! I obviously just needed some reassurance that the 2 lines were okay. Okay, so we're going to have obviously 2 trains on here at some point, so let's prepare for those by putting in signals. Shall I put this road back while I'm at it as well? Keep it a tiny one. I don't want people... Oh, that worked quite nicely. Oh, and we've got lots of new crossing options now. These might have come from a mod. Again, I'll put the description of that, if I haven't done so already, into the description. I'll put the links rather to this mod in the description. So there you are, you got the standard one, and then you got one with barriers and lights and stuff. Cool, we'll take the full barriers rather than the single lane barriers. Okay, we need more signals along the way. Yeah, I'll take a signal along here. And put some here on the sort of curvy bit. There we go. And perhaps a couple in here as they approach. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, so now to actually get fuel delivered to the hub, we will actually need it to know there is a delivery, there is a demand for that fuel, which comes from Whitchurch, yeah, Falmouth here. So actually let's turn the game back on so it carries on running. And what have we got here? Let's check. So there's our industrial area. We put in, did we put in one of those tiny little... there it is. There's our tiny little... Ooh, that doesn't work quite well enough. So that little tiny cargo drop-off point works okay for the commercial area, the blue, but it doesn't cover enough of the industrial area, which needs the fuel. So we're going to need another cargo depot in there. And we will choose... We're not picking up here, so I think... Well, we'll start with a small one. If we need a big one, we'll pay the costs. So while I'm doing that, let's pay down some of this loan, just in case we don't need to spend much more. Actually, I will spend more when we come. We're going to put another train on that oil route. We need to spend more on the oil delivery. Let's get rid of that. Oh, it's not covering enough of the... I want it to cover more of the industrial zone. You see there's a lot left out there. That works better. I'm going to lose a building though. But it's only 169, so it's not a hugely expensive one, even though it's not a bright yellow, so it's not... Yeah, so it is quite cheap. Okay, and I'm going to need to make that road faster, I think. Or I'll put some more road mods in as well, which we'll look at probably in a later episode, because I think those road markings probably aren't really appropriate to 1928. So we'll leave them for the moment. Let's put a medium street in, an upgrade. There you go. Oh, there's another little building. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, where the trucks are coming in from that direction. Okay, so we will, yeah. So we try and keep the whole route reasonably speedy, at least in the terms of the current age. So we'll put in our little truck stop. There you go. That's nice. Okay, and we'll need a new route then, won't we? From here. So don't do that, you need a new route option, which is this thing here. There we go. That's a terrible colour. What about The dark grey work? Probably doesn't work so well on roads. It's probably better on track. Oh, you don't need two of them. No, that's silly. Actually, that looks okay. It's vaguely discernible, certainly in town, so I'll keep that then. Okay, so this will be Falmouth fuel. Okay, so we're going to need some trucks on there. Just a couple to start with, just to make sure it knows there is a demand. Okay, now at this point, I think in 2 or 3 years' time, possibly a little bit more than that, we do get differentiated trucks. So you do get separate tankers and box vans and stuff to carry the different types of cargo. But at the moment, the Benz carries everything. It only travels at 25 miles an hour, but what the heck. And we will keep this, I think, to fuel. Just so it doesn't get confused as to what it's supposed to be carrying. Actually, does that matter? No, we won't do that. Because both the cargo stops in town do cover something of the other industrial type or commercial type houses. So why did I click that? You're an idiot, that's why. Is that, did I create the line? Falmouth fuel. No, I was just adding trucks to it, wasn't I? That's what I was doing. Oh. I can't think and click and type at the same time, as you can see. So anyway, yeah, so what I was saying, so yeah, I think each of the truck stops here will accept either type of good, either food or fuel, which is a bit unrealistic, really. You'd have the same. Not enough money. Ooh, I've crossed a month. That's why. So I'm going to need to borrow a bit more. That will do for now. 1, 2. Just a 2 for the moment. Okay, and we will set you all onto Falmouth fuel. There you go. Let's just check. We will want you to fill up at the hub with fuel. Okay. You'll probably carry bread for a while until fuel starts arriving. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is make this train bigger. So that's the train there. So this is the, go on, tell me, GWR 2800, oh 33. It only travels at 55. I think for this sort of distance we're going to want a faster train. It's 19 years old. I think that's that needs replacing. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll replace it. Did we have any? We had a couple of new trains, didn't we? Turn up. It's that one. That travels a little bit faster. Ooh, that's fast. And as you can see, the tractive effort and power are quite impressive. But it's 5. I could spend that. I'm not going to do that one just yet. No. I think. Do we want? Oh, I'm so tempted to do that. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. There's a song by that name somewhere, isn't there? Okay, so we will add that, and we will want freight. And what wagons do we have? Oh, we've got these branded tank wagons. They take both oil and fuel. That's okay. They take 9, but they are blinking expensive. But let's not query prices. So we'll take Esso or Shell. Let's take Esso. At the moment, what's it carrying? This here train is carrying 6 for 54. I think in fact that is the tank wagon. Yeah, which is that one anyway. So that's 6. Let's take that up to 10, shall we? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's going to cost 9.78 million per vehicle. This better start making money. Put it at 75. Just give me a heads up when it's due for replacement. I won't do automatic replacements. Okay, so we're going to need to borrow we're early in the year still. It's only at May, so we should be able to pay it off. That was 9 million, wasn't it? Something. Okay, so we'll replace that now. Oh, why didn't we spend all that? Okay. Right. So let's go and follow this train in. How far away is he? Oh, he's quite close to the hub. Right, as I said, what we will do is we will stick another train on here, because it's going to be delivering fuel first off to Whitchurch here, and then delivering to the hub for then onward delivery into Falmouth. Oh, something is earning me a lot of money at the moment. This is good. Because I want to keep that loan down so I don't pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in loan interest as the year turns over. Again, this is another modded locomotive, so I believe, so the description or the link to it will be in the description for the video. Let's see. And likewise the tank engine, the branded one, the SO wagon, is another mod. Oh, and it takes the colour as well. Oh, I'm not sure about the colour actually, because you can't see the SO logo. Oh, that sounds like a powerful loco, doesn't it? That's good. Okay, and power rating is good. A top speed of 75 still, but will it ever get up there? Now, with this extra fuel delivery, I'm going to also need to increase the capacity of this little train, which is delivering oil from the well to the refinery. That's quite old. It's quite slow. I'm not sure I'm going to worry too much doing that for the moment. I will need to do it quite soon though, so I might do that off camera. It's obvious what I'm doing there. And just make that a bigger, longer train. So we may need to... How big's that one? That's 160 again. I tended to do 160s, wasn't it? So that's that. That's 160, so I might need to extend those as well. That's good. Alright. Now, as I said, I've actually played on a couple of sort of test variants of this sort of arrangement, and profitability arrives quite quickly. Both food and fuel are good for delivering profits quite quickly, so I'm quite hopeful for this. I think we'll speed him up a little bit and keep him on in focus. May need to worry about those signals again, because I don't want the passenger train being interrupted. I wonder if the high speed and standard rail make different sounds under the wheels of the locomotive, which are going round and round. He does bustle along there quite nicely, doesn't he? How fast is he going? 65, 67, 68, 70. Oh, this is cool. I'm liking this quite a lot. So he's going to hurtle into the station here. He does slow down quite abruptly, doesn't he? Actually, that's quite a braking effort. And he fills up with 90 already. Okay, I'm going to leave it on a little bit fast speed, just for the moment, so we can watch him turn up into Whitchurch and see if he actually carries any fuel forward into for onward delivery by those trucks into Falmouth. So should we turn everything off? Nice, so I can take a good screenshot if one appears. He's a lovely locomotive, isn't he? thing is, the farm produce line coming up to Exeter does pay really good money as well, and the passenger lines I've got going south of the river are also quite profitable. So, here we are, crossing over this very funky interchange between passenger and cargo lines into the town of Whitchurch. So how much are you going to earn for me? The little window always has the line as the 1.4 million. Oh, yes, he said. I sense profit. I do indeed. Oh, what I was looking for, and he's carrying 8 onward. Right. So, what this should do now, because we've now got 2 towns now demanding fuel. Make my way all the way over here. Is that the demand here? Look at that, 162 already. They're waiting. That's another train load. So that prompts this refinery to ramp up its production. Likewise, the well here will ramp up production, giving that train in profit. So I think come the end of this year, which is very nearly approaching, we're going to be in a very good situation indeed for this. So I'm just going to sit here. I'll capture this as a little screenshot, I think, for the end of the video. I wish that other train would come in as well. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Having 2 trains coming into the hub. But they're not going to. I wonder if I'll get airports done at some point. I'm sure I will. Anyway, right, that's it. I think that's been a very successful exercise now. I'm really, really positive about this freight profit we should be bringing in now. I'll stick another train on this route. I might well do that off camera, to be honest. Sorry about that. And I'll also increase the consist on the on the livestock delivery trains going up to Exeter. I wish you could get this down a little bit lower, the angle here, but that will have to do. So how's that looking? Are you going to stop prematurely? How does that look? That doesn't look too bad at all, actually, does it? Oops, and out he goes. Right, so yes, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this little exercise, and if you have, do leave us a like, or if you've got any comments to make, suggestions, criticisms, ideas for new mods to use or whatever, that'd be most gratefully accepted. I just love hearing from you, whatever you've got to say, good or less good, whichever you feel like saying, be most welcome. And of course, if you've not done so already, please do subscribe to the channel, and that way you'll know as soon as I upload another one of these or another of my Let's Play videos. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever. You're going to pick that oil up? No. I'm going to need more trucks on there. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever, thank you so much for your time today, and I'll be seeing you again soon. But until then, bye bye for now.